I mean, first of all, it is a good that despite everything, that we still have these friends. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I mean, whatever development we have in a country, and with respect to democratic development, we have a great challenges. The fact that we still have these friends, it is a amazing, and we need to utilize this. We need to do everything to keep them as a friends, and this huge political capital we need to use for our future purposes. I was listening to Elena, and there was one idea that I was circulating in my head when she was talking about the material issues. It needs to be asked. I mean, so why in our country we have any Russian product will be a wheat, buckwheat or any other? I mean, so why we are in a situation that Russian market is so actual for our country from the time where because of the Russian embargo, we distanced ourselves from the Russian market. We were diversifying our market, and through free trade agreements, we had more perspective to be more integrated with the world other markets. We need to ask these questions as well as. I mean, not only individuals, but also private sector, because strategic development. If we want strategic development in our country, we need to aiming our economic development towards, I mean, world markets, and not towards this isolated Russian. David Sikharulze Batukotelia we have in the studio. He has a new information as well as a question. Greetings, Eka. I know you are working in Ukraine for quite some time, and you're well aware of the situation. I mean, it is good that Biden just now has signed 13.68 billion US aid for Ukraine, which includes, I mean, different type of aid. And I think this is crucially important for Ukraine. And my question to you is slightly different, actually. Can you tell us in more details? I mean, current Ukrainian leaders. So, what was their path to the point where they are now? So, the war wasn't only element to unify the people. Did only war was a factor for unification of people? Yes, it played some role. I mean, yeah, it would be very interesting to hear from Eka. She lives and works in Kiev for some time now. Perhaps it might sound surprising, but we don't really know Ukrainian people as well as they, I mean, history. I mean, elements, I mean, historic elements of their identity and their relation to Russia, how deep they run. So to awake this all was very clear on the Maidan when this kind of unplanned and based on their impulse, they fought for freedom. We almost forget what happened then, and we are surprised what we see in Ukraine today. Even then, I mean, without any political agenda, it wasn't purpose to join a NATO or the EU. People just came out to protect their freedom and the freedom of the country. They have even saying, we're not a sheep, I mean, to follow someone. So their own kind of strive on individual level is very vividly present in Ukrainian people. I mean, Ukrainian people as well as Georgian people, I mean, suffered, I mean, greatly by USSR and before the Russian Empire. But these awakening moments we all have as a social groups, ethnic groups, and Ukrainian people today present the example. Starting from the Maidan up until today, it was a revolution that in the most, I mean, difficult time shown itself so clearly, despite the fact people they will receive any assistance or enough assistance from the partners, they are protecting their own freedom, and not only as a nation and a social group, they are defending this individually. We see this in Kherson, in Melitopol, in areas where occupants are kind of ravaging. I mean, people kind of with bare hands are protesting, and we need to mirror this when we're watching what's going on, how we value freedom, values, and the principles that have no ethnic kind of characters nor geographical. I mean, these are values that humanity, as a humanity, we have. What's the chance of this country to become a NATO or EU member? And we need to also mention a element of the government. What chances we have? Ukraine is fighting today, yes, for our freedom, but Georgia also fought in 2008.
And Georgian citizens are protesting on Rustaveli Avenue, and they're saying we have shed blood, and war in Ukraine is our war. And today, if we're going to start by Ukraine, Ukraine today is a star not only in our region, in Slovenia, in Czech Republic, and Polish prime ministers are physically going to Kiev, and each and every one of them have made a statement. They're stating that today there is no nation more European than Ukraine, and Ukraine forced the Europe to be more vigilant, and they have made sure that European values are seen throughout the world. And we're joking on that, and me and my Ukrainian friends are joking, but we're also working on daily basis. We have to win this war, and after that, European Union is going to beg us to become EU members. But well, Ukraine doesn't have anything to beg for to European Union. Ukraine is going to be the country which is going to force the entire world to be more vigilant. Well, each and every country historically have made some sacrifices for their better future, and the situation that Georgia has a lot of friends, and today in your show, our friends have been presented, and we have a lot of friends, fortunately. And Georgia today is remembered as a nation who deserves to be the member of the European family. But hereby, we need to emphasize we're not measuring our future based on our past. We need to have values. We need to express readiness to kind of sacrifice ourselves for the values. And today, we need to prove that. We need to prove that. Thank you very much, Eka Tkeshelashvili.